That's my pitbull impersonation. I always look forward to my visits at Mondays at Racine. The massages, the haircuts, lunches, pedicure, and scalp massage. They relieved both my physical stress and my emotional stress, which is desperately needed when you're going through the dark tunnel of cancer. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm glad that this happened. I am stronger because of it. My faith is stronger because of it. I learned that cancer is not a death sentence, but hopelessness is. And I do have a hope, and I know that the greater one lives in me. I am now totally cancer-free, and I plan on staying that way. I am no longer a client, but an alumnus. I often stop in to share my story of how the wisdom of doctors, medicine, prayer, and faith were tools that God used to heal me. To conclude, I could have gone anywhere for these services, but like yearning for a good cooked home meal, you want it to be special. And so it is at Mondays at Racine. They are beyond special. They are gifted, talented, and called to do this vital work. Carla said that Mondays at Racine's was gender neutral, and she is right. It is for young and old, male and female. From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to thank all of the volunteers and those behind the scenes that made my fears somehow to be eased at a very scary time in my life. I'd like to thank my sister Anne, who is here tonight, who took my calls both day and night, even in the middle of the night when I was scared and it felt like rigor mortis was setting in my bones. To my nephew Joseph, who's also my bodyguard. He's here tonight with the love of his life, who held my hand for hours when I was getting chemotherapy treatment and it felt like embalming fluid was going through my veins. To those who prayed for me or cooked a meal, even my church family and my co-workers. I happen to know that there are people here tonight that are survivors. My cousin Grace and our friend Mary Ann. They did not have the luxury of a Mondays at Racine back then. And finally, to the 3 ambassadors who have been entrusted with this program. It's a ministry, if you will, who give selflessly of themselves. By so literally, not only do they give of themselves, but they are literally washing the hands and feet of strangers and then turning them into friends. Rachel, Carla, Cynthia, you 3 are my cheerleaders, but you're not just mine. I speak for everybody that walks through those doors. You are not just cheerleaders. You are great servants, and great servants make great leaders. And I'll end with this, and by doing so, they continue to honor the memory of their mother. And by honoring their mother, they honor their father. And by honoring their parents, they ultimately honor God. I'll be downstairs at the prayer table if you'd like to hear more of my story. Let's take a look at what other Mondays at Racine's friends have to say.